Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I decided to get a YouTube channel to record how my English get improved. I have been here for long, so long that my English still sucks. I'm sorry. I feel sorry, for about myself. So I decided to talk about English every day, at least 10 minutes, and talk about some topics record. Let's see how my English get improved after a year or so. So today I want to talk about Donald Trump's tax cut, which was passed last week by the House. It's called Sch 1, and by passing that House bill, it lowers the mortgage interest cap from $1 million to $500,000, which means if you have a huge house in Malibu or San Marino, you pay over, let's say you pay $800,000 interest, which was totally deductible before this bill, but now you can only deduct half million, which is $500,000. Okay, which it also eliminated the second house mortgage interest. Okay, if you have two second homes, if you have a second home, your second home's mortgage interest is not deductible anymore, which impact a lot of people's interest. And it also eliminated all the local and eliminate local and state taxes. Let's say if you're S corp or LLC, you have to pay $800, or even your C corp, you have to pay the state. Let's say California, you have to pay $100 for the local tax. And your California income tax, they used to be deductible but for the new bill, they're not going to be deductible anymore. Okay, but he increased the standard deduction from $6,350 to $12,000, which is good. But you also need to see if it's benefit you or not. I think for most of the people like me, they're not as hurting my interest. For 2017, the standard deduction increased $50 from $6,300 to $6,350. It adjusts every year a little bit. So I want to talk about this. Since the Donald Trump tried to eliminate everything in the itemized deduction, except the only thing two left are the mortgage interest and gifts to charities. So today I want to talk about standard deduction. Itemized deductions. So if all your itemized deduction end up more or over more than $6,350, you would choose to use itemized deduction. So I want to talk about what items are on the itemized deduction, which also means what items are deductible for your tax. Okay, the first one we talk about is medical and dental expense. For last year you paid, but there's a AGI flow, which is 10% of AGI flow, which means you can only deduct whatever over 10% of your AGI. Let's say this year your AGI is, let's say, $30,000. Okay, and so you multiply 10%, which means $3,000. Your medical and dental expense has to be over $3,000 in order for you to claim this expense as deductible. Okay, so that's medical and dental expense. The second one is the tax you pay. The tax you pay includes the local and the state tax. You pay the $800 if you pay to the California your state for take example. I live in California, so we talk about California. You pay $800, and also your state income tax you pay last year. You pay is also deductible, and also the the property tax if you have a home. Okay, it's real estate tax. These three are both taxable. There is no AGI flaw, no nothing. Whatever you pay is deductible. You end up in itemized, which is also Schedule A. And the third one on the Schedule A is gifts, and gifts to charity. Say you contribute, you give church 10 whatever percent you made to the church, and you might give some checks or cash to other charities. These are the tax deductible on Schedule A, but there is also a 2% of AGI flow, which means whatever you pay has to be more than 2% of your AGI. Let's take an example. You make $30,000 last year in 2017, which is, and you multiply 2%. How much do you get? You get 600. Let me see. So you get say $30,000. You multiply 2%, so that's $600. So which means whatever over the $600 is deductible. Okay, it's not everything you give it to the church is deductible. If you make $30,000, whatever over $600 is deductible. Okay, so the other one, that's for gifts to charity. And if you make over $500, excuse me, if you give checks or cash over $500, you have to attach a form 8283. And also if you make a cash or checks to any charity over $250, there you have to attach the receipt. Normally all the church, they will give you a receipt if you give over $250. Okay, so that's gifts and charity. The other one I want to talk about is interest. Interest is a big item on Schedule A. Interest includes, let's say you have a home, you pay mortgage interest, and or mortgage points. They're the same thing. Say because your credit is not good enough, so you have to buy the mortgage interest, or you have to pay for the points. Okay, these are deductible. And also the investment insurance. Say if you have a stock account and you use a margin, you have a margin account, so you borrow the money from your broker and you invest. Whatever the interest are deductible. Okay, for Schedule A. And mortgage insurance premiums, they're deductible too. And so that's interest. The other one is security and theft lost. And say your house got broken last year, 2017, and whatever you lost is deductible. But normally you need to have a police report, and appraiser say how much you lost. But there's a 2% AGI flow to all these items, and also the job expense are deductible too. Job expense like embarrassed employee expense, like a job travel, and you go to a job travel, but your employee does not reimburse your expense. These are deductible. Okay, the other one like the union dues, you're the union worker, you pay the unions certain fees every month, like each year. These are deductible for Schedule A. These are the Schedule A items. And also the job education and job travel, things like that. Also the other thing is tax preparation fee. They say you pay your CPA to prepare your tax. You pay them $350. These are the tax deductible too. But all these things is called miscellaneous. All these miscellaneous miscellaneous deduction. They all have 2% of AGI flow, which means you have to get whatever over 2% of your AGI. The overamount is deductible. So by then you can see I think Donald Trump's bill is an attack on the homeowners insurance. Interest. So and he also repeals the AMT. AMT as I think AMT should be repealed, because initially when they set up the AMT, because they want to tax heavier for the higher incomes people, but as time goes by, the AMT remains there. So now a lot of middle class got AMT, so which means they're getting paid a lot more due to the AMT. That one, yes, I think the AMT should be repealed, which is good. I agree. I agree. And also, they say they want to increase the size of child tax credit. If your child if your child is eligible for the child tax credit, the $1,000 per child is refundable, which means it's extra dollar. It's money give you, okay? Which I don't see big deal on that. So anyway, I hope you learn something, and I hope my English gets improved a little bit by little bit. I'm trying to practice my English to see how it works. Today is a Friday of 11. Let me see. Today is 11. November 24, which is a Friday, Black Friday. Okay, it's the Black Friday after Thanksgiving. All right. Thanks. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and I hope everybody have a nice Thanksgiving. Have a good evening. Okay. Thank you.